Hello, everyone. My name is Marion with DTM Real Talk Channel. It's the channel that you can tune into, have the ability to listen to the thoughts of others about topics all over the world that touch every one of our lives. Everybody goes through basically the same thing. There is nothing new under the sun. So if you're going through, someone else has already been there. Maybe you can find hope. Maybe it's a pathway that can set you on the right road just by tuning in. So DTM Real Talk, just keeping it real. And if you like it, like us at the bottom, subscribe, and let us know just how we helped you. Just keeping it real. Nothing but love. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to DTM Real Talk once again. And guess who we have? Sabrina.
Good evening. Good hello. Oh, it is.
You don't know what you're supposed to be saying, right? It don't matter. You go share with us. Tonight, Sabrina is gonna share with us a little bit more of her life, like she did last week. Now, the girl, my hat's off to you. 11. I can't even imagine, but you're an amazing young woman, I tell you. But anyway, talk to us about, we heard about Malachi last week and how he just pushed them buttons, had you going all off in the house. We heard about the difference in your twin boys. And we just want to hear a little bit more about how you were able to handle life as a mother, as a wife to your children. So talk to us about that.
Well, we have a senior this year, Aaliyah. She's the oldest daughter that's here. And she is I'm telling you, like, thank you, Jesus. He sent us an example. You know, like, she's that kid that strives to get the grades, and she loves to dance, and she's just as humble as she know. Like, if I was anything like her when I was her age,
Sabrina,
the girl can do everything, and she just so talented, and she's all. And so all the girls want to be everything she do. Justice. So Justice is Malachi's biological sister.
Okay.
And so Justice does everything Leah do. Leah wanted to do art. So Justice is exploring that. And guess what? She is awesome too.
She's really good at it.
She's everything Leah do, she want to do. And so she's just an awesome role model. All the other girls want to dance because she danced, you know. So
right.
I have that kid here, you know.
Yes.
I have that kid here, and she's such a sweet spirit, and she wants to be a teacher. She wants to be a teacher. We're going to go look at a couple of colleges next week for spring break.
Okay.
So she's going, and then she got a couple of academic scholarships. She's in DECA. She's danced, like, she's that girl, and
wow.
She definitely has influenced the younger kids.
Her younger sisters and brothers. That's good. Yeah,
I'm
looking at you, how you light up when you talk about them. You know, you love your children, it's obvious there. You know, you light up like a light bulb. So what kind of assistance do you get from your husband?
Oh, let me tell you. I get excited about him too.
Lighten up. I get some of this.
I get excited about him too, because when he comes in, I don't have to worry about anything. You know, I be feeling bad because I was like, babe, no, he be snapping at him. You know, and let me tell you, for the longest, I was always, babe, don't, you know, you too rough and woo, woo, woo. Yeah, you get tired of it, you're changed. So now I just be like, I tried to tell y'all.
Dad is home. Dad is home.
He is home. He is
That's
home.
awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
He
Yeah, that's awesome. Look at she smiling with her little pretty self.
yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about you told me earlier that you had a relationship with God. So talk to us a little bit about before that happened and what led you to that.
I was thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I really had to, look at some naked truth and, because like you said, I said I got baptized early and, and I was saved early, but like I knew God, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I knew of him. I knew what I had seen. Let's say that I knew. But before, because I'm just looking at my life and the things that if I knew God for myself, there's some things I wouldn't have been out there doing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
we're keeping it real.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm thinking like, wow, woo. Because I always, let me say this, as far as I can remember, I always dreamed. I always pushed myself. If I could try, let's try. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I always had that confidence that I felt like, if I put my mind to things that I could do it. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking, I think I lost that around 11. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm just now realizing because at 11, that's when things started happening to me.
Yeah. Wow.
That's when things started happening to me. Rape, molestation.
Yeah. Truly understand. Been there.
And I always thought it changed something, but I didn't realize it changed everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now, really what I can remember is that that mindset of not caring. Mm-hmm.
Took you somewhere, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You probably needed to say that.
I did.
Yeah, you probably needed to say that. You didn't hear my story, but I was raped at 19 as well. So I'm not going to have a conversation with you and say, oh, I understand. And it's just a conversation. No, I understand. And I had to come to a point where you are right now. And I had to look at that thing to realize it and to not make myself responsible for that. I had to forgive me to begin with. Then because I blamed myself, because I kept saying I shouldn't have been in that place. I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have did that. But I can't blame me. Then I had to forgive that person that I don't know if he dead or alive today, but I hope to God he find Jesus. Okay. I had to forgive that person. And then I had to really accept who God says that I was. And that's what brought me out of that. And that took a long time. It wasn't at that time because I was 19 years old. And I didn't even get a relationship with Christ until I was 22. So I understand. Continue.
So, okay, let me
I'll give you a chance to wipe your eyes. That's all.
Wow. But so then I just, I started, that started when 11, but just trying to deal with the things that was going on and not really having anyone to talk to about it.
Yes.
Later on, one of my things, I would have a spell where I would, want to talk to my mom about some things, and I would ask her, like why she handled things the way she did.
Because she knew,
And she's and this is what she said, and I get it as a mother. She said, well, I did the best I could, Sabrina, with you. I did the best. I did what I knew to do. I her mother wasn't, so she didn't learn certain things. You know what I'm saying? And so
she did what she had. She gave you what she
had. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm trying to get it out.
That's okay. She couldn't give you what she did not have. She couldn't tell you what she did not know.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
I know where you are, baby. I know where you are.
Look, I'm gonna pull this. I got 11 kids card.
I can't get it out.
And I use that card.
You can use your card anytime on me, baby.
Oh, so yes.
She couldn't give you what she didn't have.
Right. And so so going back to growing up and not being able to talk and knowing, and and you grow up, don't talk, you don't talk about stuff.
Right.
You
try
just
to forget it. Try to forget it.
And so so I reached my teenage years. And it was on and popping.
Hey, I know where
let me tell you, I wasn't. Yeah, it was on and popping.
Yes, it was on and popping.
It was just on and popping. My mentality was F it. You know what I'm saying? Because by this time in my life, I was real big in sports. I've always played sports year round. I've always been into things that was athlete, like, and my mom, them had always supported me.
Right.
Okay, so about this time in my life, my mom had started working, so, and then she had 2 boys, younger, so she wasn't able to be at the games like she was. Whatever my dad, I call him Pops, whatever Pops had going on, he wasn't, and so everybody was in their own world, doing their own thing, and here it was, Sabrina's over here barely making it, trying to survive, dealing with the things she's dealing with, and I was giving up, and nobody cared.
And nobody knew.
My grades were failing.
Yeah.
My grades were failing. I was in the middle of a basketball game, and the coach thought I said something wrong, and I walked off the court.
Yeah. I got you.
So I was there like, though nobody cared. during one of those times,
Wow.
I took a bottle of pills.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember waking up. I don't even know what time, that I actually got up off the floor, but I remember waking up thinking, nobody even came in here to check on me.
Yeah.
If I would have.
Yeah.
But I was dealing with all of that stuff by
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And who do you ask for help? How do you get that help?
Right.
And so yeah. So, okay. So, so fast forward to when I realized this wasn't the life I wanted anymore.
Right.
I was again, I grew up in church. I knew I praised worship, blah, blah, blah. When I got with Mr. King, and we didn't have it all sweet, proposed, get on one knee type thing. we had a baby, we had the kids, and we was like, look here, we got a good check coming in October. You not going nowhere, I'm not going nowhere. It's around my birthday, we're gonna have some money, we're gonna turn up the whole weekend. What we gonna do?
Uh-huh.
Because we said, we cannot be blessed living the way we are living. We knew this.
Yeah. Yeah. You knew. Yeah.
We knew this.
Of course.
And so we put it on, 2 months. I'm talking about this wedding was so quick. I'm looking at my invitation, not my invitation, my program. They don't copy them upside down at the church. They upside down, But one thing looking back, I love it because that program ain't got nothing on my marriage and the relationship that I have with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can have the fanciest invitation and all of that. So, but we sat down. I'm sorry, I get excited because
that's okay. We just doing what? We keeping what? What we doing?
Keeping it real.
We keeping it real. This ain't playing. We in practice. This is real talk here. This is real talk.
Yeah. So we sat down and we were like, look here, I ain't going nowhere. We want to do this thing right. And wow, I guess I have a date on it now, huh? Because we got married in 2003.
Wow.
Yep. We got married in 2003, and he called me yesterday. I was listening to a sermon, and he was talking about marriage, and it was awesome.
Uh-huh.
And my husband calls me, and he said, "Babe, I'm finna start smiling from ear to ear. I'm trying not to.
You already smiling from ear to ear. Girl, when you talk about that man, you just go to smiling."
He said, "Babe," he said, "I'm in love with you." I said, "I'm in love with you too." He said, "No." He said, "Most people say I love you," and he said, "But I'm in love with you."
Yes.
And he don't even know how that just. I was puffed up there.
All these men out here listening, all these brothers listening to you, y'all know what to do. Y'all listening.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So 2003. Wow.
Yeah.
And so look, on this side of things, living with Christ. Wow. Wow, 2003. Goodness, you would think I had my life together before then.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
2003. Okay. Oh, so
Don't seem like that long, does it?
wow.
Doesn't seem like that long, does it? It's a long time.
Wow.
Well, I just want to thank you. Anything else you want to share with the people out there? Anything, any encouragement you want to give? Maybe give an encouraging word to some young mother that's struggling or that has a few kids, maybe one, and she's struggling and don't know which way to turn because of things that are attacking her right and left, and she doesn't know how to handle it. What would you say to her? What would you say?
The one thing, the first thing, I always talk to the Lord. I'm always letting him know, I know I can't do this. I know, what I'm saying, I need help. Help me. Help me. And I just try to take it one step at a time.
One step at a time.
Just keep moving, because it's days that I feel like I'm not being effective no kind of way. But then I sit around the table and I'm listening to people talk about my kids, saying these, how respectful they are and what, and just, and they see how happy and loved and all of this stuff, and it's like,
gives you a little encouragement, huh?
yes. Yeah. And then even to hear some words come out their mouth in the in the situations that they need to be encouraging somebody, or like they had some friends come over and a situation happened, they bring them to us like, Mama, this is what's going on, and what I'm saying, like,
your house, Sabrina, has become a house of refuge since I've known you.
Wow.
That's what it's been.
Wow.
And God is using you and your husband,
wow,
to pour into others what wasn't poured into you. Yeah. So I thank you once again for that. And I love your smile. I love who you are. I didn't, but God didn't give you my daughter, but I know how to steal. But thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo!
I think you needed to get that out, girl.
Oh yes, I don't have it's a lot of answers tonight, Lord. Yes.
You have answered yourself, huh?
Wow, it's just, whew,
so
thank
guys, Sabrina and I are tuning out tonight, and we hope that you were encouraged by her story. Maybe you heard yourself in her story. I know I did. And I just applaud you. I applaud you. And you remember who God says you are. You're beautiful. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're able. You're confident. And he would not have allowed you to be in the position that you're in if he didn't choose you for such a time as this to handle it. You got it, girl. You were chosen to handle this task, and you're doing a good job. Yeah. But guys, we gonna tune out. Thank you for listening to us in the month of March, because we just
just keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Wow, 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 wow. It's all I could say. It's gonna be my favorite word for a minute. Sabrina, thank you so much. Guys, tonight, oh geez, you did an incredible job of sharing with us and encouraging us. You guys were fruitful and you multiplied. You persevered in building your family. I appreciate hearing that. I just love your humility and sharing the fact that you're still learning. And confession is actually good for the soul. My favorite book says, confess your faults one to another and pray for one another that you may be healed. Guys, we have a responsibility to Sabrina tonight to pray, simply because healing began to take place tonight. She could have shared that with anybody, but on her own, she shared it with us. Yeah, yeah. Most people have no idea what's involved in raising children. No idea, none. And you'll never know until you've done it. I actually had 7, but 5 living. Children are needy. Children require attention. They require love. They require everything. And guys, Sabrina confirms tonight that so oftentimes events happen in our life that leave us with negative connotation, it leaves scars, leaves sores, and it just never heals. And we don't know until we become adults. And you wonder why I have no patience. You wonder, why can't I seem to have a healthy relationship? Why do I feel forsaken? Why can't I rejoice when other people are being blessed? Why can't I humble myself when I'm not wrong? What? You should ponder that. Think about that. It's probably in your past. Why is it that you're an argumentative person? There was a guy that I used to like, and he was just so argumentative. And I realized it was in his past. He didn't know it. He didn't have a clue, but it's in his past. So it's probably in your past. And don't even imagine if the male and the female both have challenges in their childhood and that they never dealt with. It'll be just wild. I share with a lot of young women, and I've had a few to tell me, oh, I don't have any issues. Oh, go figure. Just reveal what the issue was, right? So Sabrina shared from her heart tonight, guys. It was truly real talk, real talk. So identify it in yourselves. You'll most probably find it in your past. I believed on the Lord Jesus Christ around 22, trusted him as Lord and Savior, surrendered my life totally to God. But I had no idea of the scars of my past and how they would still affect me the way that they did. I see it now. I can look back retrospectively and see it, but I didn't see it then. So as Sabrina said, how does she deal with it? You guys have to do this. Talk to God about it. Forgive yourself. Forgive the person or the people. It's a process. Take responsibility. You need to get an accountability partner. And you have to pray for one of those because you can't talk to everybody, okay? And you have to constantly remind yourself of who God says you are, who he says you are. Forget about what everybody else says. It's who does God say you are? And stop holding yourself down. I had to remind myself, stop holding yourself down. It's not what you think about God. It's what you think about you. We allow the trauma, the pain, the wrong that that's been done to us to define us. So instead of allowing the life that Jesus died to give you to define you, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. So once again, Sabrina, thank you so much for sharing. And we're just real talk, DTM, real talk, just keeping it real. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your evening on purpose. Thanks for watching DTM Real Talk. Be sure to join us for more conversation. And oh yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe while you're there.